Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to get this wall tipped up, fastened into place, and then start squaring the building out. It's going to be in the low 90s today, so I want to try to get this done before it gets too hot. First thing I got to do is move this big brace. I think I'm just going to go right onto this one right behind it. Natalie, Cindy, and I just tipped this up, and it's nice and easy, no problem whatsoever. So we're just going to tip it up by hand. No need to pull the gator down there or anything. So I need to move that, and I need to get that little end of that brace out of the way, so push that up higher. We'll leave that back brace as a guard against it falling. Then, just like before, it's going to roll up onto some 2x4s, and I'll probably have Natalie tap them out. I'll just lift it up and have Natalie tap them out. And then I will have they're in the house. I'll have my screw clamps ready to go, and actually this is kind of big for screw clamps. No, I don't know. I can't fit them in, into this little opening. Whatever I do, I'll do it. I'll get this thing held into place, and then start getting the building squared up. All right, let's get this done. All right, Natalie, you will be in the center. See the hammer and the board out there? Mm-hmm. That's for tapping out the boards that this is going to pivot up on. Okay. Do you remember last time?
Yeah.
All right, so once it's standing up, I'll lift it up and you can tap those out. Your mom's going to be on that side. I'll be on that side. You'll be in the middle. There's a little clamp right there in each corner to just grab and just snug it a little bit if needed.
I missed the beginning. What?
We're going to lift this up.
Uh-huh.
Then she's going to go through. Natalie, you have to come back here and help lift up. Then you'll walk through once it's all the way up, and then you'll grab your hammer and then tap those out as I tell you to. There is little clamps in the corner that hold it into place if needed, but it likely will not be needed.
Is that offering some holding power?
Yeah, well, it'll stop it from tipping over, but it's likely not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
It should be real good.
Okay.
All right, that's good. Okay, now Natalie, go out. You can walk right out. You can't go through the wall.
You went through the door.
All right. You could do this board first. I will lift up.
And then I'm just tapping it out with this.
All right. Lift up. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Oh, my clamp fell. All right. All right. You can go on the other side. Just hold that.
That was pretty smooth sailing. Yeah. Didn't think I was gonna leave you hanging, did you?
Okay, so right now I'm going to put 3, maybe 4 screws into each corner to hold everything into place. Then I'm going to get a spacer across the top up there. I'm going to cut the top plate, put it across the top at the far end. That way I can get the building square. I can measure corner to corner. The wall on that side is not built and tipped up. It's going to be, just pieces screwed to the wall. So I don't have a wall that I can tip up and then square the building. So the top plate's going to go across and serve that purpose. But back to this corner. If you know how to use these are Jorgensen, the best there is, but I think they went out of business. Hopefully somebody buys them up and starts producing them in the same quality. But with these, the way you have the jaws offset, you can pull just about anything square or flush, I should say, like this. This is dead flush, and then I used another one to pull it tight together. I use these in woodworking all the time. The shop I used to work at way back in the day when I got my apprenticeship in cabinet making, they used these extensively. And then I started working as a joiner in a yacht making company, and they thought it was funny that I used these old-fashioned clamps. And then within several months, everybody was using these. Yeah, they were a bunch of carpenters that were hired to do cabinet making, so they had never seen these before, or they seen them and thought they were just old-fashioned. At any rate, I'll be showing some cabinet making videos as soon as I get facilities to do so and get my machine set up. But for this, I will be putting screws. This is the California corner. I'll show it from this side. All it does is the staggering here gives you space to attach drywall in the corner here and to attach the wall together. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 screws in this. I'm going to yank it nice and flush as I go, and I'll do it down there as well. I'm going to do that in both corners, then I'm going to get that top plate on, and then I'm going to start checking for plumb and square. If I got to rack the building a bit, I can put the gator over there and attach it to the top and pull it, and then put a cross brace on it to hold it while I do other stuff to make it permanent. Once I got it to where I need it, then I'm going to bolt it down. I have to drill through all these and put the red hats on them because these were below the surface. Yeah, the guy who did the concrete said, oh yeah, some carpenters prefer that so that they can have it counterbore it, and then, I mean, once you counterbore that enough so that you can get a decent washer on there and the nut, it's you've already weakened the wood dramatically. You got to take it down. You'd probably be less than an inch of wood there. I don't know if that's code anywhere, but it's not happening here. I want my big fat square washer up on top of the board where it's got some strength. Okay, let me get a few screws in this and get that top. Well, I'll cut both top plates while I'm at it. Or actually, they're tie plates. They go from here all the way across, so they're 16 foot long. So let's get some screws in here. Alright, I did a quick check of plumb. This corner is dead plumb this way and that way. This corner is dead plumb this way and just a bazillimeter off that way. It would have to go towards the woods a hair, but that could change as I start to square it up elsewhere. But it's a real good sign. I like the way this, working with 2x6s, how it, if you have your wood cut nice and square like that on a chop saw and you suck it all nice and tight together, everything just wants to stand plumb. And it stands up on its own, which is really nice. Okay, and I measured across the top, and I have 16 feet, just under a 1/16 of an inch. So you could probably see right there, there's the 16th. So when this is sucked together, that 16th will disappear. Either way, it wouldn't matter, but So now what I'm going to do is take this one off and put it up on top exactly in the center, and then space the two walls exactly 16 feet, and then I'll get the tie plate in place on the back wall there. You know, it looks like I'm going to have to take off a bunch of stuff right away just to get that tie plate on, but all this stuff has to come off anyway, so it looks like once I get this in place, much of the rest of the day But anyways, I should just take off the rest of that Tyvek and get that wall cleaned up and spend the rest of the day doing that, because it has to be done. It's kind of a nasty job, but oh well. So that's time to get this up and then start taking off that stuff off that wall. While I was putting this in, I could see that storm coming off in the distance. You could see that it was raining real hard off that way. So I just set the camera up and started cleaning up, getting stuff put away, tarping the wood over there. Once I had that done, I continued working on getting this put in with minimal materials, or minimal tools, I should say. And this one is in. Now I got to get this last one put in. Oh, I didn't even mention that. I was going to put it as a top plate, but I'm just going to put this one in the same way, 4 feet out from the wall. Then when I'm tearing this stuff down, it'll not only be spaced correct, but I'll have a place to put my tools and stuff when I'm working up on top of the ladder. So this one's going in at 4 feet. Then I can start tearing this apart. I don't know how much I'll get done today, but I'll at least get the Tyvek cut across and see what kind of damage I have back there from the mice crawling up in there, and hummingbirds, or not hummingbirds, the woodpeckers. They put a couple holes over here. But first I got to get this in, then I got to get the table moved, then I can start on this stuff. that's gonna wrap it up. That is a big mouse nest, and I don't know if I should show that or not, but the mouse had a nest in there and got beyond the caulking, so that was making, there was a leak here, and I think the leak was actually mouse pee, and it got behind the door frame here all the way to the bottom. So I think it was, I don't know, I think water was getting in there as well as pee and getting all the way down to here and rotted that out, and that was covered with house wrap, so couldn't really see it. So much for temporary stuff. So this will all be coming out, and luckily we have a solution for mouse pee, stinkers. I believe that's what it's called. We've had to use it several times now. I had to use it on that little tractor over in the shed. It had a mouse nest all inside the cowl and was really gross. And that stuff did the trick, got rid of the stink and all 9 yards. Got rid of the stink and all that. So tonight I'm going to be coming out here. The sun is just blazing on me right now, so I'm going to take a break, let this get into shade back into here. Then I'm going to come out here with the circular saw and do just what I did on these and cut all this furring off and disconnect the light and pop all this stuff out. And I'll probably have to use some tape to keep the water out of there until this gets dried in. But regardless, I'll be getting this out of here as well. Okay, so all this stuff, I'll put this on a separate video. Watch for that. It'll likely come out tomorrow. So if you have any questions on this stuff, make sure to put them in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well so you receive updates when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.